Good afternoon, Carolina Gilcapi from Sade Adventures here. I am hopping on to show you our newest itinerary for the Galapagos. I'm super excited that there's always something new coming to the islands. And let me show you this luxury cruise that we have available starting this year. So I'm going to share my screen for just a few moments. Let's go through this itinerary together. It will really help you understand how everything works, how the logistics work in the Galapagos. So here we go. This is a private tour for two people. And the reason I say that is because although the cruise itself will be with other people, everything else is flexible. So if you want to change the hotels, if you want to do something different on one of the excursions, let me know and we will tweak it according to your dates and so on. This is your trip. This is just option number one before we do any tweaks to it. So you're going to arrive in Quito. That's the main international airport in Ecuador. And my team will be waiting for you there with a big sign with your names on it. And we will bring you to downtown Quito, to the old part, for 3 nights. And I always handpick the hotels. And for this particular trip, because we're going to go with a luxury boat in the Galapagos, I wanted to show you the most luxurious hotel in Ecuador. It's called Casa Gangontena. It is an old mansion redone into a beautiful hotel, absolutely stunning. And they won the #1 hotel of South America, I believe 2 years in a row. So definitely the place to stay in Quito. And you're going to be there for 3 nights. So you're going to arrive, check in, enjoy the evening. And the next day, my team will come back. It's usually the same team that picks you up from the airport to show you the best of Quito. And Quito is a beautiful, old, colorful downtown, the old city. There's a cathedral, and the cathedral is even interesting because the animals on it are the Galapagos animals and Amazon animals, the sculptures. So they'll show you the best of it. We'll have chocolate tasting inside the museum. Guayasamín Museum is a famous artist that comes from Ecuador. We will have a beautiful lunch with a view overlooking the old town. We'll go to the equator line. So there's lots of wonderful highlights in Quito. I have been here many, many times, 7 times, in fact. One time I stayed for for a few months. So I know this city really well and I really love it. There's so much to experience here. And then this is a cacao, which is chocolate. Then the next day, we wanted to show you just a little bit of outside of Quito, outside of the city. So we'll take you to Cotopaxi. And this is actually a photo of some of my clients that went there last year. Cotopaxi is a national volcano park. It's an active volcano, but it's surrounded by villages and indigenous markets and haciendas, which are local ranches. So we will have a traditional Ecuadorian lunch at the ranch. If you love horseback riding, we'll go riding into the Pampas. If you like hiking instead, we can go to the lagoon. There's so many different outdoor activities here. I want to keep you not only active, but also get to see not only the city of Quito, but what is life in the Andes of Ecuador as well. So this is a beautiful day outside of the city. And now we're ready to go to the Galapagos. But before you go, compliments of Sade Adventures, Nuema restaurant was named #1 restaurant in Ecuador and finally made the top 50 restaurants in the world. So any client that visits Ecuador with us, we always send them there because it's a beautiful 16-course experience with pairings of wines, and it kind of takes you all around Ecuador from the Amazon to the coast so you can taste your way through all the beautiful flavors. And then we go to the Galapagos. So now you will fly from Quito to the islands, and that's a 2.5 hour flight. Now, Galapagos is a very special destination. It is a controlled, protected area because of the wildlife there. So you will go through many different steps at the airport, and it gets really confusing. It's really chaotic. There's hundreds of people at the airport that morning. So we have an airport person that will be there with you, that will take you through all the steps, that will have the entry tickets for you, that will have the ID card stamped for you, and so on and so on. I mean, even Even your shoes will be brushed for little seeds and things like that to make sure you're not bringing anything that's not welcome to the islands. Once you arrive in the islands, the Galapagos Cormorant 2 will be there. That's the name of your cruise, the Cormorant 2. It is a brand new spanking boat. I mean, it is so beautiful. It is built for the Galapagos, and this is really important because as we will be cruising, you will notice as we go through the itinerary, there are a lot of stops, there are a lot of sites, there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing, and that's because the boat has a very fast engine. We are cutting through those waves faster, so we're getting from place to place quicker, which means more time on the islands, less time traveling. This is really important for the Galapagos. The Galapagos is not just one island, there's many of them, and so we want you to be able to see as much as possible. So we take care of all these behind the scenes logistics. I picked these boats specifically because I know what the experience is. I've been here a number of times. I've experienced the Galapagos on large ships, small boats, private yachts, island hopping where we stayed in hotels. So there's so many different ways to enjoy the islands. So ask me if something sounds interesting, because we even do glamping in luxury yurts, like safari style African yurts that have been brought to the islands. So anyway, once you're on the boat, everything is included from the boat. So all of your meals will be on board. All of the excursions are arranged with the guide that is on board, and there will be 16 people traveling on this yacht with you. So total 16. That is a kind of a magical number in the Galapagos, because that is the maximum number of people that can step onto a site with a guide together. And that's again to protect the animals. So let's discuss the boat and what that looks like. So you have a premium suite with a private jacuzzi. So this is your suite. If we look at the boat, there are two premium suites. They're in the back here. And so you will have this private patio, private jacuzzi, beautiful views all around. I mean, literally everywhere you look, you will have a view from your cabin. And it is important because you're going to be cruising for 7 nights. You're going to kind of be roughing it, hiking, snorkeling, kayaking. You want to come back to a place where you can unwind, relax, have amenities, really enjoy your time. An indoor-outdoor space in the Galapagos, for me, is really important because you will rarely be in a place where it's just ocean all around. There will almost always be an island nearby, which means there's almost always going to be wildlife nearby. So it's nice to have that outdoor seating so you can enjoy animals even when you're not on an excursion. The boat has multiple layers. There's indoor and outdoor dining. There's a jacuzzi for the group. There's a place like a library where the guide will discuss every day what you will be doing the following day and prepares you for the excursions. So it is really organized, really well done. The guides are extremely proud to be here, to work here. It is a lifelong job. So it's just a beautiful experience. Why do people come to the Galapagos? Because the main reason is the animals have no fear. There are no predators here except humans. So the animals don't run away when you go near. The birds don't fly away when you go near. So it is so special. It is like nowhere else in the world. I put this map on here to show you all the islands that are in the Galapagos and to show you how diverse this itinerary is. It goes from the east to the west, which is spectacular. You go to the furthest point, which is Fernandina. So this is what is possible when a boat is fast enough to do that. So now you will see the itinerary, and I won't go through every day because there's so many different sites, but just wanted to kind of touch on the things that you will be doing. You'll be doing dry landings, which means the boat stops at a dock or a rock and you step right onto the rock. And you will do wet landings where the boat pulls up to the waves in the panga and you pop into the water barefoot, holding your shoes in your hands. So lots of different adventures. Every day you will have an opportunity to get into the water. I put this picture so you kind of get an idea of the pangas. This is what the pangas look like. There's usually 8 passengers plus the crew on board. This is what you're going to be getting on and off the boat in every day. All the excursions are going to be used with the pangas. On board, amazing chef, beautiful food. So everything is included while you're on here. all kinds of animals in the Galapagos, from penguins to sea lions to whales to dolphins, lots of turtles, turtles, land tortoises. You're going to go to plantations, you're going to see them in the wild. On board, there's stand-up paddleboards, there's kayaks. So you will never be bored if you don't want to be bored, but there will be also plenty of time to have downtime, to have relaxation, to be able to reflect on everything that you're seeing. So don't let that 7 night of adventures scare you by any means. And then after you get off the boat, which will be 7 nights on board, I always encourage everyone to stay a few nights in the Galapagos in a hotel. Why? I've just done a 7 night cruise. Why would I stay longer? Because the cruise is not a vacation. It is an expedition. It is an adventure. You're getting up early in the morning. You're doing sunrise hikes. You're getting off and on the boat. You're in the water every day. It's tiring. So to be able to finish the itinerary with a relaxing lodge like the Pikaia Lodge, which is what I included for you, we're going to pick you up from the boat, take you to the highlands, stunning views. It feels like you're on a different planet, and go into this luxury lodge. This is what the rooms look like. The rooms are up here, if you can see this picture. And I put this picture specifically here because to show you that the lodge is right in the middle of a giant tortoise plantation. So out of your windows, you will see these little giants walking around in the grass. So it's spectacular. You definitely don't forget that you're in the Galapagos here. So staying at the Pikaia for 3 nights means relaxation, means going to the spa, means going to the beautiful infinity pool, having yoga sessions here. I included 3 nights here. So the first day is your arrival. The second day is a completely free day, so you can truly rest after the excursions. And on the last day, I did include a guide to come and pick you up and take you to the beach and take you to the beautiful sites of Academy Bay and Tortuga Bay. Lots and lots of wildlife. This photo is from Tortuga Bay. Just to give you an idea, there's iguanas, there's turtles right on the beach, and lots of sea lions as well. So you will get to kind of stretch your legs, go out, explore the island as if you lived there. So it's a really fun ending to the trip. And then November 12th, which is day 14, 2 weeks of travel, we will take you back to the airport, fly you to the mainland, and you can fly home from there. Now, if you have time and you want to add something else that's really special, Ecuador has some of the best lodges in the Amazon jungle, as well as the cloud forest. So if you love bird watching, just the Amazon experience, the jungle experience, I have some beautiful lodges, and you would need about 3 extra nights for that. So ask me if you are interested. That is the itinerary based on 2 people for this luxury trip is $18,999 per person. All you would need are your international flights, and there are no visas or vaccinations needed for Ecuador, so it's very easy to arrive. There's no jet lag because you're flying from the United States south, so there's no time difference, maybe an hour or so, but you don't really feel it. And Quito would be the only place with altitude, but it's not as high as some of the other areas in the Andes. So most people don't experience any altitude sickness and don't need to take any medicine. So it is one of the most fascinating places in South America to visit. I highly encourage you to consider coming to Ecuador with us. And of course, this is your trip. We can make any changes you'd like. I'd love to hear your feedback. Happy travels.